Welcome back to the Gaming Pantry. This is the Retro Bear talking to you once again, and I hope I find you well. And today we have that staple of staples, the pickups video. I haven't picked a lot up. I haven't spent much at all. In fact, there's only two things here which I've actually bought with my own money. There's some stuff here that's been purchased for me, but I thought it might be nice to just do a quick video. There's not an awful lot here, but just to keep these things ticking over. Anyway, hope you're all right. Thanks for everybody who watched the last video, the old update, to let you know I'm still here. Nice of so many people to respond to that video, a few new people as well, which is nice. And yeah, so all good. So as mentioned in that video, I took some time off at the end of August, which was nice, and I'm off again at the end of September, which is nice. But I think we're now Wednesday, aren't we? So I've got another 2 more days this week and a week next week and another week off, which will be nice. But then we're building up to the Black Country Gaming Fair, which is at the end of October, which I'll stick a link in the description. But I've got no flyers to show because I've not seen Dana for a few weeks. But I'll put a link in the description below because you can still go there. I think there's still some training tables available, so if any of you want to get involved, you should be able to follow that through. But I'll stick all that below anyway. Yes, we went down to, where did we go to? We went to somewhere close to Taunton and close to Glastonbury, somewhere in between, right in the middle of nowhere, for about 3 or 4 days. It was partly a break and partly a business trip because Mrs. Bear had some stuff to drop back to our friend Tetley, ZX Tetley. He'd sent up a couple of TI 99s for her to repair. I think that the brief was to make good 1 out of 2, but actually she managed to make good 2 out of 2, which is pretty good. She made good 3 out of 2, that'd be fantastic. And she's good, I don't think she's that good. But yes, we took them down to Lee, and then we went to Taunton. We went up to Minehead, had an afternoon walking across the beachfront. Lovely, picked a lovely week for it. It really was quite a nice week. Had a day out going walking around somewhere, some nice sights taken in. Called in to see her mum on the way back via Western, which was good as well. So we had 4 days off at home, 4 days away, and then 1 day at home. So it went really, really well. Found somewhere reasonably cheap and simple to use. We had to supply all our own food. Well, we had to eat out and eat hot because we had a microwave and a coffee machine, and that was it. But it was a nice bath, nice decent sized comfy bed to sleep in, and yeah, the telly and a sofa. So yeah, we had a great time. It was really, really nice. Really, really nice to do that. We'd like to do it again in September, but obviously because Claire's got a lot of stuff on trying to get things sorted out for the fair, so I'm probably going to have a week away from work, and she's probably going to be doing some repairs that week because she's still got a backlog to work her way through. And of course we got that at the end of October, and then about 3 days later we're off to Scotland for the live gaming stream on behalf of the Glasgow Children's Hospital with the Turnberry Titans, which I'll talk more about as we get closer to it. I am still doing that, by the way, even though me taking part in the 24-hour gaming stream is probably the last thing that people would expect me to be doing or expect me to be asked to. But no, I've made a commitment, and we will stick to that. So we're very much looking forward to it. A weekend with our good friends Gordon Gibb84, Scott Glory Hunter, Eddie Rollercore, Dylan Hyper Trigger X, Paul Ink Northerner, and me and some other people popping in as well apparently. So yeah, the 6 of us. It's going to be a fabulous weekend on the west coast of Scotland in November. Yeah. So let's get back to what we talked about. So I picked these. I've got some stuff I picked up that I was down in Taunton. That's unusual. Probably my furthest pickup south, I think, because Western would have been previous ones. So it's the first time I picked up anything south of that. But I'll show you some stuff that Mrs. Bear got for me. She got me these back in July, I think. She did tell me she'd got them for me. I'd sort of forgotten about them and then remembered them and forgotten about them. I must have annoyed her because they're Atari ST games. I mean, if I'd been in a good book, she'd bought me Amiga ones, but she bought me some Atari ST games. I haven't got many ST games. I've got loads of backups. And I think I've got Rocket Ranger, I think I've got Gauntlet 2, maybe Lemmings, I think I've got Lemmings, haven't I? I think somebody sent me a box to go with my loose copy of Lemmings, possibly. Yeah, I haven't got many. But I've got an ST520S FM which is in the box, and in the box there's like loads of copied discs in there. Did I say copied discs? Sorry, no. Backups. But you bought me some originals. Before anybody gets carried away, they're Hit Squad ones as well. I don't know, I don't collect Hit Squads, never have done. What she got, so the 3 games that I got were Navy Moves, which I got very, very excited about because I thought it was actually Navy SEALs, and then I realised that it wasn't. It's Navy Moves, which is the follow-up to Army Moves, which is one of the most frustratingly annoying games on the 8-bit systems. If I can remember, I'm going to stick a video to David Retro Games Played Badly's video when he did the gameplay on Army Moves. It's like, you know, old man shouting at clouds, it really is. But, you know, it's a hell of a game. This looks about 10 times more difficult. I've watched the first go of this, first level of it. It looks absolutely horrendously tough. A galaxy of top quality hit games for the Atari ST. But what I like about it, I mean, everything's in there that should be, is you've got these top secret, and these are game tips inside. Now, that hasn't been unsealed. White on white is not good. That hasn't been unsealed, so that's actually still. And there's the manual. Again, manual's in good condition, and just the one disc. But yeah, top secret game tips inside. So that hasn't been opened. I'm not sure when this probably early 90s. I'm guessing. But yeah, so that's Navy Moves. Then, because I haven't got enough copies of this game already, Dragon Ninja, or Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. Well, you're not a collector unless you've got a physical copy of Dragon Ninja. I don't care what you've got it on. You know, whether it's on the 8-bits, whether it's on the 16-bits, whether it's on the NES. I think that was the last one that came out. I haven't got the NES one, but I know I've got this on Hit Squad re-release, on compilations everywhere. If you haven't got a copy of Dragon Ninja, you're not a proper collector. That's the back of it there. Have I played Dragon Ninja? I played it on the Commodore 64. That did turn up in Commodore Corner once. I also played it on the Amiga, or I saw it being played on the Amiga back in the day, because a friend of mine had a copy of it. Yeah, not memorable. No tips in that one, sadly. And probably the best one of the 3, and actually I've got to say probably the best condition of the 3 as well, in terms of the box, is my old friend the New Zealand Story, which now resides as a physical copy on the Amiga, physical copy on the ST, physical copy on the 64 Amstrad and Spectrum, probably Hit Squad variants, compilation copies, dual cases. I've got it on the Master System as well. I think the one I'm missing is the NES. Of all the systems I've got, I ain't got it on. But yeah, I mean, this was one of the first games I played on the Amiga. I've mentioned this game so many times on this collection of videos that we call a channel. I know people don't call it a channel. Not funded by the BBC. This also has a top secret tips in it. I never finished this on the Amiga years ago. I think I got to the last sort of set of islands and it was just getting ridiculously more difficult. I'll obviously have absolutely no chance to finish it now. Interesting to know, just you may not know if you're not a collector or you're not aware of the Atari ST or whatever it is, being a 16-bit computer. Double-sided game disk drives only. That was an Atari ST thing. The Amiga didn't have that. All 3 of those have actually required double-sided drives. So if you're going to start collecting the ST, probably worth something to look into. Why you'd want to collect for the ST, I don't know. Nice, yeah, it's a nice system, but when you've played on an Amiga and you play on the ST, it is like literally moving from, I don't know, what's a good example? It's like moving from you know, gourmet burgers to rustlers, that sort of thing. Had to be a burger analogy, didn't it? Yeah. Got some more pictures to show you, but of course the exciting news which is dominating YouTube at the moment is the announcement of the PS5 Pro. I mean, wow. I mean, I don't know about you, but I couldn't be more excited about the PS5 Pro. In fact, in one of these very, very rare occasions, I'm actually sitting here waiting for the announcement. So, this is a bit of an exclusive because I don't usually film these sort of things. Here's exactly what happened when they announced the PS5 Pro and exactly how much it was going to cost you. Bet you were expecting that, weren't you? I bet you were expecting that. Yeah, I thought about that. As soon as I heard the announcement, I thought I could not care less. I could not care less about the PS5. And the fact they want, 700 quid in it or something like that. More. You got that, you got more money than marbles, I tell you. More money than marbles. Anyway, let's go back to stuff that actually makes sense. Let's talk about some pickups we got from Taunton. Yeah, so we went to see Lee where he works, and he said, "Well, let me have my dinner and finish off here." And he says, "And then come back and say half an hour, and then I'll shut the shop up for half an hour. We'll go for a drink." So that's what we did. So we had a quick walk into the town centre, and we didn't do much shopping. But he mentioned there was a shop there called MT Games. Not empty, MT Games. They've also got a branch in Weston-super-Mare, which I've been to quite a few times. Not bought a huge amount out of there, because I usually can't find never been able to find what I want in there. But I always remember there's this huge collection of retro in the window, which they've moved into an area, a small area inside the window of the shop, which is really weird layout. But they also had a lot of really old, cool retro stuff in there, and they had some modern stuff. And then the rest of the shop was sort of like bombarded by figures, and then swords and knives. It got progressively more violent as it went along, but really good shop. And they got a branch in Taunton, which actually is much more, having been round it. But mind you, I haven't said it's been a few years since I've been to the one in Weston. Probably I've not been to that one since before COVID. But the one in Taunton was more geared towards gaming and figures and Lego and stuff like that, and then collectibles and things, less knives and swords. Probably a bad thing, but yeah, a really nice selection of stuff, and the prices actually, they were okay. They I wouldn't say they were. I've always found them a little bit more on the expensive side, but that was then. My perception has probably changed a little bit now since then. And I wasn't looking for anything. Honestly, I really wasn't looking for anything at all. I went on holiday to get away from that, but I thought, why are we down there? So we did get a couple of things. Another one for Mrs. Bear's at 3D Blu Ray collection. And I think she had an epiphany while we were in there, because I found a couple that she hadn't got. And then I think the second one I handed to her, I said, we haven't got that one either. And then I said, yeah, but I said, you've got to remember, are you getting into this now because you just want to buy every 3D film you can find, no matter whether you've heard of it or not? Or you just want to buy the ones that interest you? And she looked at this one, I think it was called Epic. It's an animation one, and she went, no, I don't want that one. So I'd admire her honesty for that one, which is quite good, because I don't have to buy her any old crap for when I'm trying to hunt around for like Christmas presents. She had a birthday recently, and I didn't buy her any 3D Blu-rays at all. In fact, she did have a gaming pickup for her birthday. I bought her some replacement Switch controllers because she was complaining that the ones we got are starting to drift. So then I went to buy Switch controllers online, and price of Switch controllers 60 quid. So I got some third-party ones and told her to lump it. So there we go. But apparently they're okay. They're okay. So, but she took the Switch away with us to Taunton. She said, "Well, should we take the Switch?" I was like, "Okay, we'll take the Switch." And then I found some old episodes of Primetime Wrestling to watch on YouTube. So that was me done. So she would sit there, and then she said, "Oh, we've only got standard television available." So she took the Switch, and she started playing Breath of the Wild, which she played ages ago and then stopped. And then I think for about a week afterwards, she was trying to cram as much time as she could into it. I'm not sure how far she got. But I know she got to a certain point and she got annoyed because it was getting too hard, and then put it down again. And she hasn't picked it up really, from what I understand, since. But she's given it a go. She's given it a much more of an effort than I did. Anyway, let's go back to the Blu Ray 3D. I must admit, I know nothing about this film. I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen it or have much interest in seeing it. And this is, with its lenticular cover, The Legend of Tarzan, which has got Samuel L. Jackson, Margot Robbie, and Christoph Waltz in it as well. Quite a decent cast, but I don't remember it at all. Don't even remember it coming out. But yes, another one for a collection. There's the inside as well, just in case you want to see that. And unlike some stores I've been into, yes, they did actually manage to put in both discs. Would you like to see both discs? Not much to see there really. So what you'll have is the DVD and then the 3D copy. You always check, because one's marked 3D and one's marked Blu Ray. I did a CEX once, so like, it was it War of the Planet of the Apes, I think it was. Talk about Taon. And I could see that they hadn't put the right discs in. So I went outside and checked it and come back and said, yeah, look, mate, this is the DVD and the Blu Ray, where's the 3D, you know? So he picked the wrong one off the shelf, hadn't he? Anyway, it is. And then I picked up a couple of games. One is a Wii game, which we hardly ever show on this channel. And another one is an upgrade from a game I bought recently. I say recently, probably back in June. I'll show you the Wii game first. This is, I've got the first one, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. There's your inside, the manual, and there is the back. Whose side are you on? Now, this game, the first one, was probably one of the first games we got for the PlayStation 3 when we got the PS3. I can't say I was overly enamoured with it. I don't know. I mean, I used to be a huge Marvel fan before the film started coming out at a rate of one a month. I loved it. You know, it's a big part of my childhood growing up. Marvel comics, TV series, the original Secret Wars, stuff like that. Just huge for me. And I don't know. I didn't like the first one, and I've watched some gameplay of the second one. And it looks really boring. So I don't know whether I'll just put that on the shelf with the other 730. Probably will actually. But yeah, so that was £3. I forgot to mention that was, I think, £3 as well. And the ST games, I think Mrs. Bear got, I think it was a tenner, something like that. So yeah, not a lot to pay for here. And the final game I'm going to show you this week. Again, I couldn't quite believe this because I had a quick look and I thought, I was looking through Master System stuff. I was homing on that. I looked at the Mega Drive stuff, and when I saw this game, I thought, I've just got that. So I sort of picked it up and had a look at it, and it was a far better copy than the one I bought. Purely because I've been looking for this game for ages after hearing about it, and the first copy I saw I bought. So I will look to move that one anyway. What I've got is Arnold Palmer's Tournament Golf. Yes, the second copy of Arnold Palmer's Tournament Golf, which I have on good authority from my Mike James at Retro Import Gamer, that this is a very good golf game if you like golf games, which I do. Now the difference to this one, my copy I got originally just came with the box, which was a bit of a tatty box and just a cartridge inside. No hang tab, so I've got a nice hang tab on this one. I also have the cartridge, which I'm going to take that off there and show you that in a second. The manual. The manual is what I would call a well-used thumbed version. There's a bit of sellotape. In fact, there is a sellotape on the spine holding it in place. But there is a manual, which is good, so I have a manual. And there's the cartridge inside, very nice. Now I'll show you the back as well. I mean, yeah, this is not going to mean much to most people apart from those who enjoy golf games. And if anybody does want a slightly, I say, you know, a honest copy of this game, give me a shout and I can send it to you. Now, I didn't realise I pulled this off the cartridge, which says, you won't be able to see that, but it says £5. That was just the cartridge. That complete box manual, whatever, £2. See, £2. £2 for a Mega Drive game that's complete. I know it's Arnold Palmer's Golf, but it's £2 for a Mega Drive game complete. You don't see that very often. I mean, I'll be stupid to walk away from that one. I mean, not only is it an upgrade on the one I got, it's you know, it's great. I mean, there is. I mean, okay, no, actually, the grip's quite nice. I thought it was a bit loose on that, but in all honesty, you know, that's pretty damn good. I mean, everything about. I mean, it's missing the Sega sticker off the side, but apart from that, it's not a minter. I like the words mint. It's okay, you know, it's not pristine, but it's probably, you know, I would say it's probably a good. Condition-wise on the outside, probably, you know, as good as you're going to get. Okay, the manual's a bit tatty, maybe overall condition, I don't know, you'd probably class it as, I'd class that as a 7. You know, if the manual was better, I'd probably be classing it as maybe, you know, an 8.5. If the sellotape wasn't there, probably an 8.5. But yeah, so that's good. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. There's an awful lot to show you, but that's what it is. So yeah, some FT games, a 3D for Mrs. Bear, and a Wii game because I hardly got any of those, and an upgrade in the Mega Drive game. Yeah. But that's about the sum of it. That's about the sum of it. Like I said, I'm not actively going out and seeking stuff. You know, we had an opportunity to possibly go out last Saturday, but we decided we were much happier sat in the chairs. Yes, I know, we're starting that business again. But that, you know, we were just happy there. We didn't need to go out. So again, it's not trying to force myself out the door and do something. And so I'm not against going out looking for games. I just know if I go out looking for games, I'm likely to find stuff and just buy it because it's there. And I'm trying not to do that at the moment anyway. But it'd be nice to get out there and have a look and see some people again. So anyway, yeah, if you've enjoyed that, you know what the procedure is, if you feel the need to do so. Otherwise, I'll talk to you again soon. Until then, bye bye.